I just need to come live. I'll wait a second. I've never gone live on my phone, but I was trying to do it on my computer and I could not get it to work. So I just figured that I would jump on and film a quick video. This was the best way I could think of to come on and talk about this bike situation. First of all, it was crummy. And in hindsight, you always think, oh my goodness, all the things that I should have done. Oh, some people are coming on. Hello, hello, hello. I'll start over in just a second now that some friends are here. Hello, hello. Hi, friends. Oh my goodness. Okay. I started talking and there was nobody here and I thought nobody was going to come on. And now there are 317 of you. Hello. I came on because I need to talk about the bikes. I need to talk about it. And I just felt like this was the best way. Oh, wow. Hi, friends. Oh, I hear Violet. She's coming. Oh, my heart is racing. You guys, this has been a big day, and I knew that posting this video would be kind of a big thing about our bikes. Can you say hello?
Oh, yeah, phone, bye.
Well, we're talking to our friends right now. Hold on a second. Oh, hold on. So, oh gosh, I didn't think that I was gonna have Violet here. So,
No, I move this.
move that. Oh, do you need the drink that it's sitting on? Okay. Hello, everyone. Wow. Okay. Here's the thing about the bikes. I didn't want to post it because it's stressful and it's a crummy thing. You wish you could just skip over it, but it's really what happened. And in hindsight, there's hindsight's 2020. Of course, we would have done a better job of locking up the bikes. We were having such a wonderful time in Florida. Like we'd had the best month in Florida. And we were just enjoying it so much. And so I think, yes, we probably got a little bit lazy about. Hi, do you need some more drink? Okay, just a second. We just we could have backed the van up better. Um, we should have put alarms on the bikes, things like that. I wish we'd done all that. But then in hindsight as well, like if we did have air tags in them, which we had discussed doing, we never got around to it. But like how are you going to go confront somebody that stole your bike? Mark and the boys did do a canvassing of the neighborhood. They found straps next to a homeless camp. The police weren't. We could have called the police, but we were leaving. Like we were leaving and going a long ways away. Like locks, slow. I think the best comment of the entire video is that locks are for honest people. They just slow down people that are dishonest. And I've kind of always had that thought. Like we stick the bikes in the car. They're going to smash a window and get into your car. Unfortunately, that's kind of how it happens. And so you do your best. The thing is, we sleep with fans on in the van. I mean in the RV often, especially if it's warm. And they're loud. I don't know if we would hear anybody outside. Oh my goodness. Okay, the comments are going by so fast. All this is to say, like, yes, there are things we should have done better. But I think if people want to get in, they're going to get in. When we talk to the staff at the park, they're like, oh, they're cutting through locks, like really thick locks. And it was like, then why aren't you posting this on every site? Why aren't you telling people more when they come in? Okay. You need something? Okay, Violet needs me. I will be right back. Sorry. You need something in there? What do you need? The yogurt.
Cheese.
Some cheese here. I get you a cheese stick. Cheese stick.
I'll cook it.
Here you go. Thank you for closing it. Anyways, sorry. I was just getting Violet a cheese stick. So we went through the process. We called the cops. Like the people in the front office said, call the cops because we want them to do something about this. I think they need to hire a night manager that keeps an eye on things. So the money that has come in today, can we just say thank you from the bottom of our hearts? Like, money is never expected. Um, our boys, they like to earn money and pay for their own things because they like to feel that ownership of things. The drink, we got to get some more in it. It's empty. Um, but like we have been overwhelmed with the generosity today. And I did add some our Venmo and stuff because I couldn't keep track of the comments and the emails coming in asking us for those links. I have taken them down now because we are overwhelmed with the couple $100 that came in. Just like, wow, you guys were amazing. The boys are going to just feel like that is such a help in recovering from this. Not necessarily the money, but it's the thought behind it, like how generous people were at their when they were in a low point is what is carrying them forward, that people care. Um and so yes, it's been a few weeks. It took them a few weeks to be able to find some new bikes, but they did find some new bikes on Facebook Marketplace. So that money will go towards us buying those new bikes that we purchased. I'm trying to look at some of the comments that are going by. Sorry, you guys. Violet was very content playing, so I thought I'm gonna jump on this live. And then the minute that I got off on here, she decided she needed food and all the things. Okay, hold on a second, sweetie. What do you need? Something in the refrigerator? Okay. What do you need in here? Do you need some milk? Do you want to make a smoothie? Milk? Do you want milk or a smoothie?
Milk.
Some milk. Okay. Um, wow, you guys. Oh. You need some water? Sure. We can get some water too. Are you okay?
Okay.
Okay. Um, kids know when mom needs a minute. Of course, every time. That's when they need you. Um, that money, we already purchased the bikes, but that will go towards that. And you want a smoothie? I will make you a smoothie. I really think that those two bikes got stolen because they had bike bags on them with bike tools in them. And so that was like an extra little boon that they got. Okay. Oh, friends. Okay. Do you want this first? Okay. Friends, we are going to make a smoothie for Violet here while we talk. Do you want to help make a smoothie, Violet? Okay. I really thought that I had a minute. We weren't asking. I just thought we weren't asking for money. People just started sending money, and we were really I couldn't field all the questions. Okay. This is always kind of an little bit of an awkward situation when money is involved. I know some people don't understand, but I understand that people love to gift. I love gifting. I love when I can help out somebody in need. So I completely understand that. Come over here. Oh, you want to use that? Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. Just give me a second. I will talk about this. I'm not giving very good information while I do this. Okay. Do you want to Okay. You want to make a smoothie?
Yes, smoothie.
Okay. Sorry. Hold on. Oh. I might just have to go, you guys. Sorry. Let me see if I can find smoothie stuff.
There.
2-year-olds don't understand, you know. Okay, hold on. Okay.
There.
Yep.
There.
Here, have some water, and I will put that right there. Have some water. I know you're hungry. Okay. Reading. And here's the other thing that I understand about posting online. No matter what we do, there's always going to be people that will misjudge us. Um, we're just trying to share an authentic experience. And we have so many amazing viewers that understand like what we're trying to share. Okay, so I'm just putting in some milk. This is her favorite smoothie right now. And then you can push the button. Yep.
A top one. Top one, Mama. Top one, Mama.
Okay.
Please.
All we can do is just do the best we can to live our truth and do our best. And then, you know, people have their own thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you add those strawberries to your smoothie? Okay. Good job. Good helper.
Floats it.
Oh, one more. Can you add that last one?
Yeah.
Okay, this is just a strawberry smoothie mix. You want to add that in?
Yes.
Okay. Good job. Let me find the top. Don't turn it on quite yet. Okay, just wait. I got to find the top. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, find the top. Okay. I think the top is hiding. Oh, hi, Violet. Are you helping?
Yeah.
You're helping.
Yeah. Honey.
It's kind of a weird world that we live in, though, because our videos are. Oh, your help? Oh, you're welcome. Because you're all just experiencing this today where you want to push the button, where we lost the bikes. We've had several weeks to, um, process this. Good job. Yeah, you got it. Let's do it.
I need top.
Need a cup? You want a regular cup?
This one.
Oh, we don't. This is just for water, and let's get an actual cup.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, right there. Hi, Mama.
Hi, Grinder. Okay, there's your cup. Pour some in.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
It's enough.
That's enough. There you go. Do you want to sit at the table and have your smoothie?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me fix the chair over here. We got a funny chair. Somebody flipped the chair upside down. Okay. This is the real chaos of being a mom and trying to film. But when I film real videos, I can just turn it off, do the stuff, and then, come back. But real life.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you like the smoothie?
Hmm?
You like the smoothie? You got a smoothie mustache.
This one.
Okay. So, precautions with the bikes. We started locking them in the car. We had less bikes to deal with. Plus, they didn't break. I realized I kind of misspoke on the video. I didn't like finish my thought. They broke all the things that attach the bikes on the bottom. And so until we bought new parts, we couldn't use the bike rack.
Yeah, chips.
Big mustache.
Yeah.
Yep, you got a big mustache. You want me to get you a napkin?
Hmm?
So the bike rack is not completely broken. We just had to get new parts for it. Once we got those new parts, we still lock up the bikes inside at night. And we thought about getting air tags on them. I researched a bunch of things and they all had really bad reviews. So I like struggle with that a little bit. Like,
That's
and if you find it, I did hear a story of a lady that went and like tracked down her e-bike and the person got scared and just like left it in the middle of the road. But like, how are you going to confront somebody that's stolen your bike? You're usually not a good person that is going around stealing things. And so like Mark did go to there was like a homeless camp next door, we realized, like a street away, and some of the straps were laying by that, but there was just a guy laying in there that was like on drugs. The bikes were nowhere to be seen, but there were bike parts all over the place. So, like, you don't, you felt so falsely secure in the park, but they went and told them. Mark went and talked to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's happening every other night." And I'm like, "Well, that would have been nice to like have a clear that before we left our bikes just locked up, but out in the air, or I mean, out in the open." I just feel like they should be more clear that this is happening. So we did leave a review on Google and a review on their website saying,
oh,
"You're welcome. Can I wipe your face?"
thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. But saying like, beware, nice place, but bikes might get stolen, and I just feel like people need to know that. And I put that review on and I'm not sure it even shows up anywhere. Like I think they have ways to like filter out bad reviews cuz I couldn't find it on um their website. So, yeah, never confront someone like that. I agree. Oh, hold on. You're going to spill that on yourself. You want some more you can have more smoothie. Are you done with this smoothie?
Sure.
Sure. Her she's the cutest little word right now is sure. Um we have some dash cams that we were gifted. If I'm being honest, we have not installed them because we've been going so fast that anything extra sometimes just feels overwhelming. But yes, we should maybe have cameras. But then again, you find the footage of the person. What do you do about it? The I don't know. The cops seem like they are just kind of like, yeah, it happens. Our goal is to be back in Alaska um, by June is the goal. Okay, I'm trying to catch up on these comments. They go by so fast. Anyways, we just have to say thank you so much. Oh my goodness. You guys do not need to donate money. Never feel like that, but know that the boys were so grateful. And we've had long talks with them about like, we often give, and sometimes it's okay to receive as well. But really, what is so encouraging is just the comments and the kindness behind it. I had already told the boys that they could have some of the extra money. If we've talked about this in videos before, we pay our children for showing up in videos. They don't have to perform in videos, but even if they like walk by in a video, really they get paid for every video that we put out. We give them money because they're part of this business. And so um I told him, I was like, I'll give you a bonus from this video to help go towards, the repayment of the bikes too. Anyways, in the end, we already said it. Chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
Wow. In the end, we were just so grateful we were okay. Like we were okay. Bikes can be replaced. Our family was okay. And we have continued to enjoy um
Sicker.
this is peanut butter powder. We have continued to enjoy our trip. Yes, they do have cameras at the park. They said, "Oh, our manager will have to get those for you. It could take a few hours." We were leaving. We were supposed to already be gone, and we stuck around longer because of the bikes getting stolen. But we just can you put an alarm on your camper door? Oh, I maybe, but I'm not sure. I had my boat stolen here in Florida. Yeah. Things happen, and I think you can do I sometimes we are a little naive and we do try and just like give people the benefit of the doubt, but if something feels off, we try and do something about it as well. Violet is unloading the pantry. We'll let her play for a little bit down there. That'll keep her occupied. Okay. Wow, thank you guys. I did not come on live um, for donations, but you guys are like our audience is so sweet. And we had that sorry, I just get overwhelmed by the generosity. We had the best time at our meetup. I sent out a post online. We unfortunately don't have any other plans to do meetups on our trip for a few reasons. One, realized not knowing locations, like all these cities we're going to are unfamiliar to us. Finding places, every time I started planning out locations and things, it quickly became overwhelming because I don't know anything about where I'm going to be. And so also for the safety of our family, like I was sending out email to do our one meetup. I sent out an email just to our email group and like a really quick post. And then I had to follow up with all those emails and I filtered out and made sure that these were legit people and filtered out before we gave the address. And oh wow, C. Barker, thank you so much. We only sent out where we were located like right before and we were leaving the next morning. That's the only reason we felt safe doing it. And we realized really quickly taking all those precautions just felt really, really overwhelming having to keep up with all that on top of all the other planning out our next travel. I never realized how much time and energy would go into planning our travel days, where we're going to stop for gas to make sure we don't run out of gas. That's big enough for the RV to get through. We are so exhausted at the end of travel days, like, we just can't even believe how exhausted we are, and then on top of that, keeping up with family, keeping up with school, homeschool, um, we just it's a lot, and it's wonderful. There's nothing I'm not complaining, we just didn't realize how much would go into that, and that's why we are not gonna do any more meetups, and just for the safety of our family, we just thought, "You know what? We lucked out." We met some of the most wonderful people at that Orlando meetup, which is why it was so hard to then go from that high of meeting all those wonderful viewers to this, like, ugh, gut-wrenching wake up and the bikes were stolen because it was just like that equal high and then a low. Um, but we just appreciate you guys watching and commenting and following along. When we put out videos, those days are like we are always reading the comments, even if we can't comment back to all of them. And we just are glad that you guys are enjoying the trip with us because it's been really good. Gus the bus is doing all right. You'll see. You're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm not gonna give everything away. It's been a saga. Oh my goodness, it's been a saga. But we are not skipping out on the meetups because we don't appreciate our viewers. That's what I want you to know. Like, if there was an easier way, I think about like concerts where they have like planned out venues. Like, if we could be at some sort of venue where people could come and meet us in an organized way where it was safe, like that is what I wish could happen. Like, somebody else plan it and I just show up and like we have this because our viewers are amazing and the people we met were like the most beautiful souls, and so, yeah. Okay. Uh, the comments are going by really fast, so okay. One person commented that they were a therapist that deals with, like, trauma and they just put it so well. I even screenshotted it because it's like you go through the shock and then really, it's like the lost opportunity cost. We were heading to North Carolina next, and at my sister's house, we were planning to go to some bike parks. We ended up just scrapping the bike parks because only half our kids had the bikes until we could get new bikes. So, yes. Wow. Okay. We have had 2 people recognize us in the wild. And so that was kind of fun. Um, one was at a Bucky's, and one was just in a random parking lot. The daughter of the lady was like, "Mom, I think that's those YouTubers that you watch." So we thought it might be more people. We don't have it written on our RV or anything or our car. We've just never felt like that would be safe to like broadcast that you're a YouTube channel. To me, that doesn't make sense. Um, we post we don't post in real time. We never have. I don't go on lives and tell where we are. So I'm not going to tell you where we are right now, but we know that we need to keep our family safe. But if you do run into us in the wild, we love to talk to you and we love to say hello. So, have we hit bad weather? Yes, yes, we have. It's coming soon. And it was another reason why meetups quickly just went off the board because we're like, we gotta do some fast moving. Oh my goodness, you guys, so kind of you. They're going by too fast. Debbie Brown, thank you. Pamela, I think that's Pamela Sanders, Marley for the new bikes. Oh, that is so kind of all of you. Um, I should do more lives like this, as long as you guys don't make me tell you where we are. No, not that you guys are very understanding. We really appreciate that. Um, I have to say, if I didn't have 5 children that have opinions about things, this, traveling would become a bigger thing. Like, I wanna be home in Alaska a lot too, but I wanna go to northern states, which we had to skip over because of winter. I would like to go do, like, a fall trip across the northern state. It might have to be a couple years, um, we'll see. But I was telling Mark, I was like, "I'd go again next fall and just, like, do it again," because there are so many things about this that I love. I love being in a smaller space. I love the kids not being so spread out. I love the family time. Um, I love some of the things that are just so much more simpler. We're still eating together, shopping together, doing family activities, but we just get to do it in really cool places. There are some really boring days where we're like, we got to just buckle down and do school and work. And I've been working like a horse because trying to get out 4 videos a week takes a lot of effort. And just keeping track of many that much footage. My laptop at home, I have a much bigger computer. Keeping track of that much footage is like a part-time job for me. Like external hard drives, I've had to order extra because it's a lot of footage. So, yeah. Yeah, fall in the northern states, I think, would be incredible. I would love to do there's just so many more places. Like, the more we see, the more I realize there's so much that we haven't seen. And one of our only regrets on this trip is that we started in February. We wish we had started in, like, November and done more time because you have to move so fast. And I've seen other YouTubers. I never really watched RV YouTubers before this, but I try and watch a few of them just to kind of see what tips and tricks they have since being on the road, and that is what they say. Like, I actually talked to one the other day, and they're like, "We don't have time to plan. Like, we just have to go to the next location, and you just like do whatever you can once you get there." And I'm like, "I feel it. You just like." Even people, then these people were on a 1 year trip and they felt the same way. And we're trying to cram so much into 4 months. So, um, I think if no matter what amount of time you give yourself, you always feel like, wow, there's just more to see. There's just always more to do. And that's a good problem to have. So, yeah. Yes, it does feel so good to be pursuing our dreams. But Mark and I just like lay in bed and we're like, 19 years. This month is our 19-year wedding anniversary. And we scrimped and saved for so many years of our marriage. We just tell the boys, like, you, we had where we could spend $10 each a month on something that wasn't like an absolute necessity. And we worked hard for all these years being so now that we're living the dream. So like it's just like fun to see it all come to fruition. Yeah. How do I do it with 5 kids? I don't know. We just you just take it one moment at a time and do I don't know. We thrive on being busy and having something to do. So don't um I don't know how to live any other way. If I'm at home, I don't sit around. Like honestly, on this trip, we deleted Netflix, we deleted Disney Plus because we weren't watching it. Like we don't sit around. We just do busy stuff. We take care of the kids, we go for hikes, we work, we just like to be busy. Yeah. Violet's gone quiet. Nope, she's right here. She is arranging the pantry. She
That bunch.
Yep,
That part.
that's the pantry. Yep. You got noodles?
Yeah.
Yep. Should we cook some noodles for dinner maybe?
Yes.
Okay, in a few minutes. So,
Welcome. This boat.
somebody asked, Kathy and asked, does your husband enjoy not working? Um, so he's still on call with his job just for various reasons. So he does a little bit of that work, but his work taking care of planning road trips, taking care of this RV, he is working full time on that. Plus, he takes care of all the finances. So when you own your business, because this channel becomes a business, you track your miles, you track any receipts for expenses. I've always been terrible at that, and we're always like having to play catch up. He is staying on top of that. He is the accountant for the business. And so, hold on. Okay. No, we're not going to cut noodles right now. Okay. So he is keeping busy and between, he's still on a board back in Alaska for the electric company. So he just does that virtually. And then just keeping helping the new CFO at his job, just keeping up with that. And then our business. Plus, really, the thing that takes up so much time is just helping around here. Like, we did not give ourselves a buffer of time for him to ever get bored. So, I'm excited to see what summer brings when we're back home and he has time to plan some of his own adventures. I really think he can thrive, but we'll see what happens. Oh, we are sure, Peggy Sue, we are paying taxes. Don't you worry. We are on top of that. Mark is a CPA. He will not let us get behind on that. Hi, Sharon Ham, another Ham.
That is not.
Mark's plans back in Alaska, I kind of already answered that, but he just plans to continue helping me with the business. But I hope that my real hope is that he will take over he has a channel called Alaska Boys. I hope that he'll have some time to devote to that and do some really cool trips. And then when he feels like things have settled down a little bit, he can reassess what he wants to do with the next, 20, 30 years of his life. California is not in our plans for this trip, unfortunately. Luna is doing great. We get pictures of her all the time. The cousins are loving having a cat, and she loves it there. Hmm. Will we be exploring more of Alaska in the RV? I hope to. Like, honestly, if I could, I would just keep doing this. Like, part of me is like, we should just rent out our house and keep traveling. Oh, I don't know. It'll be nice to have a home base. A few problems with this RV. We think it might be too big to fit into our driveway, which will be a little bit of a bummer. So we'll have to rent somewhere to park it. And we also think it's a little bit too big for a lot of camping spots in Alaska. And that's not saying that we can't use it. We'll just continue to tent camp if we don't fit. But also like I love the RV. I did not realize how it would feel to have my own RV where everything is already packed. The peace I feel when we arrive at a new spot and I don't have to unpack bags. I just have to clean out the car and then I can like be making dinner within an hour. I love that. I love that.
Mama, put this. I was just.
I'm excited for all of you that are visiting Alaska. I hope some of you are coming after seeing some of our videos. We get lots of emails about people finding our cruise videos and then coming. Yes, driving the camper around is a full-time job, especially Mark, who has to drive the truck at the end of travel days, he is exhausted. Peggy, oh, thank you so much for the $20. Is this Hunter's last year of school? No, he is just a sophomore. So he has 2 more years. When will we see dad again? He'll pop up in some videos when we get to Arizona, but I'm not sure how much he'll pop up in it or not, but did I win the Alaska Influencer Award this year? I don't know. They don't tell you until July if you win or not, but I appreciate everybody that votes. It's just kind of a fun, silly little award. And they just added influencer, and you guys voted us number one last year. Um, it just kind of is a fun little thing to say because we feel like we represent Alaska very well. Not right now, but you know, even being down here, I think we bring that adventurous Alaska spirit with us. My husband's dream is to go fishing in Alaska. Yeah, it's so great. Sorry, you guys, the comments go by so fast. So, how are gas prices rising every time, especially when you get to really little towns? It's like expensive, but I try not to worry too much about it. Like, this is just part of the journey and we can't change it. So, I don't spend a lot of time worrying about it. Oh, thank you. Have you watched Outdoor Boys? Mark took him on a trip. Um, It's in one of the videos, and they went octopus hunting. Mark actually grew up with several of his siblings, so how is the RV holding up? Great. As long as we fix something every stop. Pretty much every stop, you're like, "Oh, gotta figure that out." You'll see, we had to figure out the shower, then we had to figure out the refrigerator. We still have not figured out the auto leveling. You'll see that for many, many more videos. It just doesn't I think it was set up wrong, and we've heard that if it's not set up perfectly on a perfectly level thing, it will never work until you recalibrate it on a perfectly level spot, and so, I think at one point, we'll find a perfectly level spot, but do you like cold weather better than hot weather? Tammy asked. My boys do much better in cold weather than hot weather. Surprisingly, on this trip, we've had a mix of just about everything. So, watching from the Philippines. Hello, hello. Thank you to everybody saying sorry about the stolen bikes. That's why I got on here to address that. Um, to address like we did what we could. We've learned from it. It was a crappy situation. Hindsight is 2020, and of course, there are things we could have done better. We are so grateful for the donations towards the kids' bikes. Um, Hunter saw some of the negative comments today, and that's part of being on YouTube. And he goes, "Mom, do they not understand that we like to work to pay for our things? We like to have that ownership of our things. Mom, we have really expensive hobbies between snowboarding and stuff. We like to earn those things." And I'm like, some people just don't understand that. Um, we let our kids do extra jobs. We pay them for being part of our YouTube business, and then they like to spend that money um, to buy their things, and then they have ownership of it. Then when something breaks, they discuss with us how they're going to get it fixed. Of course, we pitch in when we see a need, but it's really, really great to like teach our kids those kind of things. And the minute that those bikes got stolen, they were starting to research, okay, what bikes will be good for us? How can we get a good deal? How can we get on Facebook Marketplace? Where are we going to be long enough that we can actually research and get a good deal? Like, I think that's part of our parenting, and we stand behind that. Like, you guys donating shows them that there's good in the world and that there people can be generous and help you out in a really hard time, and so we stand behind that. They do. They appreciate things more when they earn it. Like we provide food for our kids. We provide lodging. We provide clothing if they need shoes. But if they want the extra stuff, if they like our kids are beyond like Walmart bicycles. Our kids ride bikes like at a really high level, the older ones. So they can't just have a Walmart bike. They like expensive bicycles that hold up for the things that they are doing. And when you get to a certain age, you start to understand that. And so when they save up and buy those things, yeah. We are so lucky they didn't steal all the bikes. I think they stole those 2 first because they had bike bags on them, and they saw that as extra stuff that they could sell. And so that is something we have not replaced yet. The boys have not found bike bags that they wanted, so oh, thank you for mentioning the laundry in the videos. Yes, I think it's important to show the laundry, and I know some people are like, "That's so stupid," but really, it's part of it. The prices vary, the laundry rooms vary, so I find it interesting. Every time I get somewhere, I wonder, what is the laundry room gonna look like? So, oh, thank you, Kristen, thank you. Sorry they go by so fast. Donna, Mason, you guys are so generous. Hunter, look at the donations as a college fund, maybe. Oh, yeah. My kids are very interested in saving for college, saving for after college. We discuss all of that with our kids. Um,
Mommy,
what do you need?
be
It's heavy. You bee honey? You want bee honey? Okay. Here's some bee honey. Be careful with it though.
yeah.
Oh,
The bee, honey.
so we've shared this before. We do we do share a lot of our lives, but we also keep a lot of things private. Um for good reason. So we appreciate that you understand, like, you don't always see the full picture. I'm never going to take a video in the doctor's office when my kid like breaks a bone or anything. I don't think that's content, but we can share kind of, oh, they're wearing a cast, because I know you're going to ask, you're going to see it, but that's not content for us. So anyways, my brain goes in different directions depending on what you guys are commenting, so it goes in a lot of different directions. So will we continue to homeschool after this year? I'm not sure. We'll see. I love it for some respects. Other things, my kids are like, I would like to do this differently. So we're going to discuss it over the summer, and we'll make our plan for the next year. So it's not something that I'm going to say yes or no. It's just something that we've got to discuss. You need a diaper change?
God,
You're good? Okay. I thought she said you went to the bathroom. Ah,
bee honey, more bee honey, more bee honey, more bee honey,
okay.
more bee honey.
Do your kids want to stay in Alaska? You need more bee honey? Where's more bee honey? Oh, there's some bee honey. Here you go. Oh. Let's not throw them in there. I didn't realize we had glass holes in there. Violet is making sure that I get to rearrange the pantry, but I honestly needed to do a pantry rearrange anyway. Um, do my kids want to stay in Alaska? As far as I know, Hunter and Bennett really do so far, but they'll have to make their own choices when they get older and decide what their life's going to look like. So, but we would love to have them close by. Barbara, thank you for the donation. Okay.
Bee honey, that
Texas is in our plans. Um, I said this at the beginning of the video, but it's been a long time now. But like, I get a little stressed about posting these kind of things. I wish we could skip over the drama, but it's part of the real life. I wanted to show that video because it was like that happened and we were really distressed, but the day turned out really good in the end and felt really peaceful by the time we got to our harvest host. And so, like, that's life. Life is not all good and not all bad. So, somebody asked about potty training. We've started trying. She's not been successful, but part of me is like, that's an after the trip job because we spend so much time in the car and traveling that I just am like, she's gonna have to wear a diaper anyways because there's no way we would be able to stop all the times that she needs us to. But she really hasn't shown that. I think if we get a book, she loves books so much. If we get a book and a little potty, she'll be good. She's just so tiny. I can't even believe that she's old enough to think about potty training. Okay, we're gonna move on from that. But okay. maybe our kids can start some college classes. That is definitely an option now that Hunter is going to be a junior. Alaska has great options for this thing called middle college. They can do, AP classes, middle college, all that stuff. So thank you, Lauren M, for the donation. That's so sweet. Okay. These lives work better than most meetups. Maybe that's what I need to do a little bit more often. When we're all here, the boys are off doing something else. So I was gonna go join them, but then I pushed live because I just was feeling a little bit like I need to talk about this. And if I wait till a couple weeks from now, it's not gonna feel right. So sorry, I gotta get back down to where the comments are again. Um, Somebody asked, is Mark and I raised in Alaska? Mark was born and raised there. I moved there when I was 14, fell in love with Alaska, and felt like marrying him. I got my master's degree in Alaska because I didn't do any of the flying and the hunting and any of that. So I had to learn about all that. And we love our life there. This has been a great way to see so much more of the US because we live so far away in Alaska. It's hard to get our kids to see different parts of the United States, and this has been a great way to do that. So I've just really, um, we feel really content with our decision to come on this trip. We pinch ourselves all the time that this is actually happening and that we're like doing it. And I think we'll look back on this time in our lives with a lot of gratitude and just, yeah, just a lot of good memories. Oh, thank you, Jill. That is so sweet of you.
Something.
Are we gonna miss out on gardening because of the trip? I hope not. My friend said she would start me some starts, plus I'll just buy starts and we'll just start the minute we get home, hopefully. You need something? Okay. 1 second. What do you need? What do you need from there? A banana?
Banana.
I don't have a banana right now. What do you need? Scoop? Okay, let's shut it.
Mommy, I need something. I need something. I need something.
Okay. Hide. I don't know how to block people. There's somebody. I will try and save this live. I've never done a live on my phone. And so I hope that I can save it. Violet, what are you doing? Do you need something from the fridge? Okay, Violet needs something from the fridge. Hold on. What do you need? What do you need? Yeah. Want some yogurt?
No.
Want a yogurt?
No.
Okay. How about we make some dinner in just a few minutes? You want a pepperoni?
Pizza.
We can make the pizza in a few minutes, but not right now. You want some pepperonis? We're gonna make dinner. Okay. A few more questions. Somebody is saying that I often delete comments. I delete very few comments. I do have a moderator that deletes comments that are inappropriate. We try and leave comments that people are sharing their opinion. But if they get out of hand, I do have a moderator that takes care of that. So honestly, I probably haven't even seen those comments. Um, and YouTube also has certain words that they will delete the comment automatically. And I never even see them. Like they hold them in some file that I never have time to go look at. So
Wings. Wings. I need wings. I need. The pizza. Wings.
okay, so Chris asked, are we going to California? Unfortunately, that is not going to work out for this trip. Okay. Hello from Birmingham. Hi. Okay. So
Enough.
somebody asked Hawaii or camping life. I love visiting Hawaii. I love the I love what it able to do in an RV by seeing so many different places, totally different things. Like Hawaii is a vacation to me. So, okay. I'm trying to catch up on comments. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Janice. Utah is from on our list of places to go. When's your next cruise? We don't have any cruises planned. Just remember to make the time to enjoy the journey. I remind myself that every day. Like we gotta do that. Why put your family in danger in today's world? Somebody asked that. I don't feel like we're putting our family in danger. We do a lot of things to keep us safe and um so am I taking runes? Yes. I love them. Um Sorry, I just can't keep up with the comments. I end up not talking if I'm reading comments. They go by so fast. So, thank you guys for coming. Oh, thank you, Violet, for the kiss. Thanks for letting me chat and vent. I just it's been a lot of emotions today. Like I said, this happened a little while ago, so we've had time to process the emotions and go through all the what ifs and what we should do better. And we're trying to do a lot of things better, but in the end, like we just are trying to keep our family safe and bikes got stolen. And it's we've got a lot of other things to worry about as well. So Luna is doing really good with the cousins. She's doing great. The kids are thriving and doing really well on the road. Um, Certain of them love it when there's other kids, but that is been one thing that we have not. There's not been a ton of kids on these trip on because kids are in school right now. So they wish there were more kids around. So anytime we get to see cousins, I turn the camera off a lot and they just go and play, and we just try and spend as much time with family, and we just try and do that. So um, a lock only keeps an honest person out. That's what somebody just said. And that is the truth. It just slows down people, barely slows them down. But, you know, I'm sure we could have done better things. Will we come to the UK sometime with the family? We would love to. Mark's sister lives in England and it is on our bucket list to go and visit. So that might, if the kids want to do a homeschool again, we might find a time that we can go do like a little bit of an extended trip over there. How are you doing? Are you able to get rest? I sleep so well. And honestly, we do. Um, I feel like we do sleep a lot here, but there's sometimes where I have to get things done and I stay up a little too late, but that's normal. Oh, uh, any plans to visit Canada? We will be driving through Canada to get back up to Alaska. We are driving this RV all the way home, and that is going to be a long haul through Canada. Um, we've done it before. Beautiful, amazing drive. At that point, we might be hustling though, because our kids have some summer camps through church and things that they would like to get home to. And yeah, mom and dad are coming back for summer, as far as I know. You stepped on something?
Yeah, one.
Oh, it's because you're trying to wear mama's shoes. They're too big for you. Yep. Your next trip to be should be okay. So, all right. I'm trying to see if there's any other there's questions, they just go by so fast. So, when does Alaska have their first snow? We usually get our first snow in like October. My goal is always November 1st. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, thank you so much, Anne. Oh, thank you for the kiss. You're so sweet. Some people have asked. Okay. Will I do gardening when I get home? Yes, we will. Are you stopping in Maryland? Nope, that's too far north for this trip. We have to avoid even being in the South. We've not been able to avoid snow. We've been in snow multiple times, and that's really tricky in a trailer. Yes, we are visiting the lower 48 while other people plan their dream trips to Alaska. It's so true. But that's how it is. You want to go explore where you're not from. But the thing is, I feel like even living in Alaska, you only get to explore so I'm just so excited to see, oh, thank you, what we get to explore um, with less time. With Mark has a different schedule because his summer schedule is usually very tight with work, depending on what other coworkers had scheduled. And so I'm interested to see what this summer is going to look like. There, snow is finally gone in Maine. It is not gone in Alaska. Thank, thank you so much for all your guys' prayers, and it's just really, really, really sweet. We feel like carrying us along. So, do I know other Alaska YouTubers? I've met a few. Um, Not really. I've met Violet Vlogs. I've met Leg Life. Loved both of them. Um, but pretty much those are the only two that I've actually met in person. Oh, we did run into Home Free Alaska, the homesteader ones. They were very kind. They were at Costco and we ran into them. Oh, thank you. Do you want me to hold you? Or you just need to give me kisses? Oh, thank you. They were very kind. Um, they're I love s- that Alaska YouTubers are just every end of the spectrum. You've got the homesteaders that live out in the middle of nowhere, love to grow their own food, live off the land. I admire those people so much. Oh, you're wiping it off. Then you have the people that just happen to live in Alaska and they live a very everyday life that could be lived anywhere. They go shopping, their kids do sports, they do all that stuff. I feel like we are right in the middle. I love Costco. I love my home. But we're a hunting and fishing family, and I love going on camping trips. I can handle, we can handle trips to the cabin with, more rustic conditions, and then we love coming home. And so I feel like we fit. You get all ends of the spectrum, and I know my place in the middle with Costco shopping and yeah. Oh, Good Living Alaska. Did I say that wrong? But yeah, that's who they are, and they were so nice and sweet. So not doing meetups, but advice on places to visit. That is one thing that I think we could have done better was but I didn't know how to get advice on certain areas without giving away exactly where we were going to be. And I think it's just better to just keep that a little calling me. I'll call him back in just a sec. Somebody asked what is the most unique food we've tried. That is one regret I have of the trip because we don't eat out a lot. We haven't tried that many, like, foods, and so if I could go back to when we were in the southern states, I would have made a bigger effort to try things, like, I really wanted to try, conch fritters, I really wanted some more, like, southern barbecue, but we moved a little too fast, and we just eat at home a lot because taking kids out to eat is stressful, expensive, and just takes so much time, so, yeah. Leg Life, we're cousins. Yes, they are amazing. I took them out to dinner when I just started my channel because I was like, I've got to talk YouTube with somebody, and they were so sweet. And Adam and Sherry were wonderful to answer all of my questions and get me up to speed on how to do that. Yeah, fast food is not cheap anymore. Oh, your cheek hurts. You need a kiss. Mwah. Do you need some more smoothie?
No.
No. Yes. Yes. Yes, please. Um. So put your finger on the chat to slow it down. I know, but then it just keeps going. Waffle House, yes. Oh, actually, if I push it down, other things pop up. Waffle House, that was a surprise to me. There was a Waffle House on every corner as we went through Florida and several other states. I know. Um, oh, I know. I did not take your advice on conch fritters, and that's like one of my biggest regrets. We had filled up on dinner in Key West, and then I walked by a place that sold them, and I was like, we were all so full. I regret it. 100%. We made the mistake. Made a mistake. You're calling me out, Ilya. Okay. Cracker Barrel. We have talked about stopping at Cracker Barrel. It's always really tricky to stop. That's the other thing that keeps us from stopping at many places is like we have to find a place to park the RV and then we can kind of find a place to eat on travel days. And so often it's like the closest thing is a Chick-fil-A. So that's kind of boring. But we were not at the Kennedy Space Center at the Artemis time. It was so okay. Oh, I pushed something. Okay. Okay. Yes, some Cracker Barrels do have overnight RV parking. I told Mark that, but Mark just gets really nervous about pulling into places and for good reason. Like you get yourself stuck in a spot, it gets really, really stressful really fast. And we've gotten in a few of those. Gus the bus, you'll see. He's got his own little saga on this trip. Yes, we often park at Walmarts or big shopping centers, but sometimes those aren't available. You just it's just tricky. It's more tricky than I ever realized is what I'm but
Macaroni, 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 macaroni.
okay. I got to start working on dinner. We love you guys. We love you. Thank you for cheering us on. Thank you for all the love and support over this stinking bike situation. It was not fun, but it's real life on the road. It's got ups and downs. Some days we're exhausted and tired and probably a little bit cranky, but for the most part, this has been an epic adventure and we have loved it. It's just been overall so amazing and we cannot thank you guys enough for following along, watching, cheering us on because it's been so fun to have these memories. Like if nothing else, the fact that I have put in this effort to film our trip, like we have this documented trip for my kids to look back on and remember all these cool things we got to do because sometimes we can't even remember the last city we came from. We're like, where did we just come from? It's so like you're moving so fast, but like we are going to have these videos because of all of you supporting us, keeping us going. And so we love you guys. Thank you for cheering us on. Um, we know that we're never going to please everybody, but we know our truth. We know we're trying to raise a good children that believe in Jesus Christ and are going to be good people in the world. That's our main goal. And so that's what we focus on first. And then doing the YouTube channel just kind of comes after that. So thank you so much for being here. This was fun doing a live. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we can do it again. And bye 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 bye. Violet, can you say goodbye to our friends? All right. See ya. I will try and save this. I'm sorry if it doesn't work, but I'm going to do my best. I don't even know where the button is to end this. Love you guys.